Another day, another coffee. I know, such a bad habit. I have, delicious moringa leaves in my house. I usually have it before I leave the house, or I have a couple of seeds, moringa seeds, and but um, you know, all habits, all habits. Oh gosh, I just got a memory from high school. I was so damn miserable, and I don't know why. Like somehow in my hometown, they sell biscuits. Actually, in many cities in Mexico, they sell biscuits. They are really good, because I'm not into like sweets. I thought that, once I started estrogen, some bitches they say, oh, I want sugar. And I was taking for years, I was taking the bootleg, whatever, stupid placebo in a pill, which is just basically fuck up your liver. No, your kidney, your liver. So, yeah, I finally found a doctor who gave it to me. He said, I don't see why not. You're my healthiest patient. I have like, oh my God, I'm like, what? And it's like, yeah, he's like, for my age, bracket, I guess, next week I'm turning, 56, God willing. Today is my baby's birthday. Oh shit, and that was a friend of mine's birthday too. I was gonna give him a call. He's a mess. He's a mess, but he loves damn crackers. He loves that drug addict. He's in this harm reduction non-profit, which is pretty much enable them. They allow them to get high as a kite, and they have doctors, outside and everything. Like they go to this conference throughout the whole country and the world, I guess. He don't have papers, and but I believe it's in the end, because it's kind of like a good cause, I guess. Like we have to push, the boundaries a little bit, because for decades they imprison, African Americans for just smoking bud. Like, wow. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I was looking, I found one of those free tabloids, and say that Cuomo, he finally made a deal, because he's been torched. Like I say, the passion of the Cuomo. Bitches kept popping up. I haven't heard anybody coming out saying that there was. I read one, and it was like, oh, he was aggressive, and he was like whatever, or he. I don't know, some Becky, can't believe if people still believe these bitches, but crying wolf all the time, busted all the time, African American, you know, in prison for 30 years. And as usual, the first thing they say when they come out of prison, they say, I forgive them. I forgive them. Like, nobody even asks them. They come out like, fucking coons. Like, nobody say that shit. Nobody say that shit. Like, I forgive them. 40 years in prison because Becky, I mean, that bitch who killed Emmett Till, I think she's still alive. And she told Vanity Fair that, oops, I made it up. Oh my. I would say, okay, but we're not gonna believe you no more. None of you bitches. I always fight about that because they put us in great danger. When it's really serious, nobody's gonna believe us. And they just do it just for fun. For fun. I mean, they get a career. They get like to be in the media. Oh my god. At least in the local media. Oh my god, poor thing. So he cut a deal with legalization of marijuana. And I read the whole note and it said that shit, I hope this shit don't fly. Please don't fly. I thought the winds was gonna, we had the whole weekend. I mean, that's Tuesday now. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah, March 30th. It's my baby's birthday. March 30th, 2021. And I look like Jesus Christ because I had like a massive session of electrolysis last night. I was like, I said, bitch, crank it up. I don't want to come back. It's not in this area, but there's still a lot of like fine little baby hairs coming out. Which I think I have a whole year, you know, deal. I don't know. That's like when they approve something, they approve something all the way because they know they get their cut. And since most likely we're not getting our land back, you know, these crackers, they stole more than 60% of our land. So you gotta get it one way or another. Shameless, totally shameless, you know, especially African Americans. Always siding with the crackers, like, we fucking illegals, like, bitch, we didn't cross the border. The border crossed us. You know, shameless crackers, like, you know. So, you know, when people start denying chattel slavery, I'm gonna go like, yeah, you see? You know, what goes around comes around. These freaking coons always, you know, saying, oh, the pigs are the devil. Mexicans are worse than Hitler. Oh my god. So supposedly they got displaced from LA, from South Central, by Spitz. But guess where they're moving to? Texas and Florida. It's a big state. Like cuckoo. You attack us, you go like, you know, this, blah, 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 blah. You know, you have all these bloggers, you know, every day talking, you know, how racist Mexicans are, the most racist. Blah, 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 blah. These ratchet bitches, you know. They go like, bah, 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 bah. Like, you know. Can you imagine if Mexico become a world power? They're gonna have to kiss our ass. And I'm gonna, hopefully I'll still be alive to remind them. Remember, you bitches who treat us, don't expect nothing from us. Die, bitch, die. I mean, my heart is in Africa and Latin America. The more I know about Africa and just how, you know, important it is for humanity. It's like there's no way around it. Guess what? I'm gonna be almost 2 years reading African Twitter. You know, sometimes I comment because sometimes it's some bullshit. You know, but you know, like over there they don't really have like, which is unfortunate, you know. I mean, there is like, of course, you know, they're starting a movement to protect their land, to protect their culture. Yeah, but not on Twitter, which is Twitter. I believe is kind of like more symbolic. But then again, I've seen like this morning I was reading Africa on Twitter, and I'm like, gosh, I don't understand, the native tongue, obviously, and I feel like if they put it in the native tongue, it's because they don't want me to read it. So they had these pictures with crackers. It's like, didn't seem like they was denouncing. It seemed more like, you know, it's like they have a problem with everybody except with the crackers. Like Dr. Umar Johnson said, you give up on each other in 5 seconds, but you never give up on the crackers, never. I was right on. I haven't really looked at the other account that I have on Twitter, where I told Dr. Umar Johnson that, it's this video, like, like 100 of these thug bitches, like, beating each other down naked in the street. And he was outraged because they say, oh, his brothers, instead of taping, they shouldn't intervene. Are you serious? Are you crazy with those Magilla gorillas? Come on, are you serious? And they're so worried that they're gonna I think they passed the legislation that I think some whatever, transgenders or whatever. Fuck, who the fuck wanna be in wrestling? All this stuff, that's for African American women, They go, no, biological, they're men, and we're gonna be competing with them. And that bitch is like 6'2". Michelle Obama, come on. I can understand, like, petite Asian or Mexican. No. But who came out crying against that? From all the issues they have. No, they're not issues, they're severe problems. They decided to pick on the Olympics or whatever. I go like, I was such an idiot. I wasted more than 10 years on reading African American Twitter. By the way, one of my favorite, how you call them? Bloggers, right? On Twitter. He's moving to Africa, so I'm going to start following. Once he's in Africa, I'm going to start following him again. I hope he don't start blogging about African Americans, because they're hopeless. My friend who sent me that video, Maxine Waters, 83-year-old congresswoman, on quotations, because come on, that's an insult to us women, for real. Who the fuck is this gonna be like, bring an hour and a half tribute to this whore, to this sperm bucket? Who the hell's gonna do that? Yeah. Pedophiles, that's who. I have to start talking in sign language. I need to learn sign language or something. Look, I'm in Chicago. I left Chicago like almost 30 years ago. And now Chicago is here. Come on. Shit is freezing. So, the other day he hung up the phone. I haven't heard from him. He'd been telling me that his mental state, he's been very depressed because he lost his children. And because all his family are coons. because every woman he meets is totally disturbed. But he wanted me to support him moving to North Carolina. Come on, you spend years talking shit against your people, but no shit, it's true. You know, I didn't believe him. I didn't believe him until he sent me that video. He used to tell me, Brooke, these bitches are hopeless. He used to go, Brooke, these bitches, like, you know, you wouldn't believe this shit. I was like, no, because I believe it. I thought it was like, you know, I knew it was bad. I knew shit was really bad, but not that bad. Not that bad. Come on. Still horrified, you know, like, I just think about it and I go like, oh gosh, no. I want to get off in the next stop. I haven't checked to see if Dr. Umar blocked me. I told him, in order for you to grow, you need brutal honesty. And I sent him the video, which I'm sure he's seen the video of Maxine Waters. He's turning into such a simp. He probably always was, you know, that's just coming out of the closet. You know, that's his bread and butter. That's how they operate. They go to church, you know, they offer their ass, they offer their blowjobs, and of course they give very generous donations. So the preacher is like, the preacher can do nothing. And he told me himself, like, why the preacher? He never, you know, tell these bitches to get better. You think I'm suicidal? The fuck is gonna be suicidal? Your freaking bread and butter are these bitches. Unfortunately, Dr. Umar, you know, as much as he exposed the church as the long arm of the FBI. I should speak in code. I'm like, algorithm only don't fucking fuck with me. They haven't been fucking with me since I got my Proton Mail. That's the shit. That shit is secure. They haven't. I don't think they even know who I am yet. So I always suspected the email got a lot to do with it. The email got a lot to do with it. I told this bitch in my hometown. She's in my hometown. I told her, you know, because she was like, oh, you know, send me information at email. I said, bitch, you're using email, a Gmail? You want to get killed? You're selling your information. They like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Where are the birds? It's nice and warm. I don't hear no birds. I thought it was like something is missing. This morning they woke me up. Oh my God, singing so beautifully. I thought I was in heaven, you know. Which, by the way, that's our heaven in the Anahuac. I mean, in Mexico, you know. I guess in the whole Anahuac, that used to be our heaven. I'm sorry, my Nahuatl is really fucked up. I don't want to butcher Nahuatl. That's our definition of heaven. Birds and flowers. That's our definition of heaven. So, this walk did me so good. I feel like this walk was so invigorating. I'm like, you know, I ran into this guy who was in front of me. I saw him like a mile away on his bicycle. He was holding his bicycle with one hand. These men are so freaking strong. One freaking hand. I'm like, whoa. It's like, how did he do that? You know, I mean, like, walking like whatever. And I got to this, you know, I crossed the bridge because, you know, I felt like, you know, I gotta walk. You know, I'm sitting my ass too much. So I got to across the bridge and there's a bus stop, and you know, I had just missed the bus. I said, okay, the second bus should be coming right now. But I didn't waste no time. I was like, I looked, I see. I don't see that shit. Maybe that was the second bus. I don't know. And so I was seeing him. Like, you know, he was like, you know, I mean, he got to let people by, you know, because the bridge is extra narrow now because they're painting it. They've been painting it for like a year already. Shit's gonna fly. Let me see if I put this thing over here. Let's see. Let's see if that protected. If it fly, fly, you know? So, I like, you know, walking like, you know, yes, you know? I mean, with the promise it's going to be 60 degrees today. That's why I'm dressed like this. And I see him, like, you know. So I go there in the street, and he's still like, I guess it's just a recreational walk, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes it's like those things, like you gotta freaking bike and work out. You know, I mean, I know I cannot ride a bike no more. I don't think. I gotta work myself into it. My legs are so weak now. Shit, I lost my membership to the gym again. Can't believe it. It's the third time. I fucked up my savings account. You know, I got this. The last time I went to Flatbush, you know the African man who sent me the handbags over there on Flatbush Avenue. You know, like it's like 2 blocks from the King's Theater, I think. The King's Theater. So I hear you now. I left you some bread. So cute. They're flying from tree to tree. They have some commotion going on. The news of the day are catching up. I love these guys. I think they heard me. So, yeah, that was like 3 days ago. He haven't called again. I sent him the tweet where I tweeted Dr. Omar Johnson. Like, I'm hoping that he's having just a crisis and he's gonna be coming to his senses. I said, you said you was moving south, whether it was to Mexico or Colombia, whatever, you know, where you're. I mean, he got SSD, and he lived like, what's it, pauper. You know, poor guy. He lived like a poor guy. I say like, I told him, you go to Latin America. I sent him some videos. You know, some guys like, you know, shit. You know, they get the most beautiful women just with a $20 dinner in Latin America. Versus over here, they said you can spend $150 on a dinner. And a bitch is gonna be like, whatever. I don't know. That's what they said. So I told him, like, you know, he was very excited at the beginning. I'm like, I knew it was gonna happen. And like, you know, he's just like blah 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 blah. He said he's woke and that he wants better his people, like whatever, blah 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 blah. And now it's like he thought I was gonna keep quiet after he sent me that video. I mean, for real. I mean, like, you think like I am quiet because I'm trying to still find a way somehow. The right moment. I have to feel it. I'm gonna look into the Sperm Buckets lyrics. So I'm gonna read them, lyrics, and then, or I'm gonna take a screenshot and then put the video on top, and that's who she said is like a role model for little girls. Well, she said young women. She thought that, yeah, I cannot get away for little girls, right? Unbelievable. Like, we're stupid or something. We don't know what you actually mean. You know, I mean, young women. That was music. I'm sorry. I thought it was like, I don't have a phone. You see, this is like asymmetric dress and like only got one arm. Or it remind me of my home country. These culture vultures. Look at my fat belly. I'm a female Buddha. You're right. So I always get this arm. I don't get the other arm. So whatever, fuck it. I have one arm, one color. So yeah, he's pissed that I don't give up. I'm like, I'm not gonna give up on that shit. Just thinking about those little babies. These bitches just like gotta work. Gotta go to work. Oh yeah, I left him at that whatever. How you say that? Like for the babies in this language. I don't know how you say that. Oh my God! Stop! Have that wind. It's too much. Oh, you never fail. Where's my laser beam when you need it? I don't have laser beam. I'm like, I wish I had the courage to be like, Can you imagine? Like, I don't know how expensive they are. I think they're forbidden now. They used to be like anybody had one of those, and now it's like, they know that's how you. So I'm totally disappointed on the new generation. These pieces of shit. Come on, how are you gonna let, shit? There goes another one. Look at the horizon. They are ready. That's from last night. That mist. This shit is not clouds. We're not in London. This is New York City. Never like this. New York is never like that. You see all the mist around it? I can see with my sunglasses. It's like vapor. It's like steam. You see how it moves? Like that steam. And it's so light that the wind don't fly it out. Shit's so weird. I think they've been investing in this technology for years. Or I don't know how long. This shit just never go away. And you think it went away. You think like, oh my God, look at this sky, how pretty. Until you put it against the sun. And then you see like, what is that freaking mist? Gorillas in the mist. Pun intended. Bitches. Thug bitches. Come on. That's my new favorite. I mean, like, like I was reading African Twitter. So they put like, this bitch is like, fighting with a man. It was pushing each other like. It's like, what bitches? You gotta be insane to fight with a man, or you gotta be Rihanna. You see, she used to beat him up. I didn't even know that I don't know if she confessed, whatever, but I guess somebody came out forward as saying that she was hysterical and she was always beating him up. And one day he, like we say, he had el santo virado, como dicen en Cuba. He had the saint backwards, and he snapped. And to this day, like that meme said, to this day, to this day. You remember that? I was like, they just cut up to that part. That was such a good segment, when he used to say like, I don't know what he was, like he snapped. They say, oh, the crackers used to be, one person was like, used to? He said like, what are you talking about? They fuck us up. Been fucking us up. To this day. Like, it's a classic. One of my favorite memes, or whatever they call it, GIF, or whatever. And I'll wait to get my last surgery to get the fuck out of here. I mean, I hope I can. I hope there's no. I know I'm crazy. People are gonna say, "Are you serious? You got everything here. You got your apartment, a humongous apartment. I got beaches. It's like almost 2 hours to get there, but." In my hometown, we had to freaking book a hotel, and we had to drive like 10 hours. No, it's like 6 hours, I don't know. So you just couldn't go. I guess if you take the bus, I guess. I never really thought about it. There was a bus to the beach. I think the nearest one was in our neighboring state, Colima. But that one had a reputation being filthy. Anyway, I'm just like, as if I didn't feel alone. Now I have to come to this realization. And then this is like, this shit never ends. This shit never ends. I mean, like, once you see that, once you become aware of that shit, it's just like, you start seeing everything with very different eyes, and you start like attracting. Like I left last night. It was like 9 p.m. from my electrolysis, and and these thug bitches was getting out of a taxi without paying, and the guy was running after them trying to take their picture, so it like put him on blast. And this other bitch was like, "Oh, you're talking, like goddess." Now they're